Sunny is a friend of mine. She lives in Johnstown, Texas. Sunny got her house burned down. She was living at her ex's. Then she got a trailer and she moved into my house. I invited her to do that so I could just help out. She's helped me out so many times before, and that's legit. Pick me up in the middle of the night and see the parking shit. Even though I was a crazy bitch, and that was just the beginning. She was staying in Austin at that time, and that was cool. She had a she said and she chilled, and that was really cool. We were all in love with chilling. We were drinking from a fountain that was coming like an avalanche coming down the toilet. It was not the same fountain that you know. It was a different one you see because we didn't have to go. We didn't care about the stuff that much, and that's what's different. Most of the people get all whacked out and they can't get the spirit. They don't know what friendship is really all about. You gotta be there for each other, and you never really shout. You can talk about anything. You can disagree and such. You can even be mad at each other, and that is just what's up. But you make it clear and you talk about what's up. You let them know what's going on so they don't forget much. But I do love the sunshine, though, when it shines its rays on me. It makes my life much brighter than I ever had it. Oh, can't you see? I'm writing this song as I go. It's for a girl I love. If you can't tell by now, her name is Sunshine, huh? Huh is what I said because that's all you need to know. Because I love the sun in the sky just like the moon above. It is a great thing to love someone. Sucks when they don't love you back. I mean, she loves me back, but it's not the same as I have. And that's okay, she's allowed to love whoever she wants. I love everyone in the whole damn world, but I am not in love with all of them. No, I'm not even really I don't even really like them all. To tell you the truth, I'm really pissed off at most of the world. Y'all can suck my balls. And I just had to say that because it rhymed off the wall. I don't like to be that way because I am a nice guy. But people have been taking my kindness for weakness, and that's not right. I can be a dick, I can be an ass, I can be a really bad guy. Y'all don't want to see me go back to that way because I might not do that. I might not come back to this side. Oh, if I go dark again like I used to be back when I used to smoke crack. Back in my early 20s, I'll tell you I was pretty whack. But I kept my street credit good all the time, and that's the truth, don't you know? I am that guy that pays his bills when it comes to the plug. I used to have unlimited credit to get just about any drug. But after I got out of jail this time, I said I wasn't going to go back to selling and that stuff because it was going to lead me to a prison life that I never want to be. I ain't never been to the pen, but I almost went this time. It was from crimes I didn't commit, and I was looking at life. And let me tell you that looking at that life sentence isn't fun. It's like looking down at an avalanche coming at you from above. And I don't know how I do this stuff, I just made it up right then and there. I make it up right out of thin air, but the words are I make the words up, but the stories are true, and that is what's up. It's to help me with my paranoia, don't you see? That's why I make these videos and put them out there. It's really helped me. I try to help the world too, but they ain't listening. I do it in country music songs and in rock ones, you see. I got a lot of music in my heart and in my soul. That's all that I used to do back when I was underage, you know. I used to flip that bud and do this thing and chase the music around. I went to concerts and such and music festivals, yeah, I was always on the run. I didn't even come home most nights, I just called to tell my folks that I was alive and they didn't need to post bail. And that was all they asked of me. I had a job since age 12. I had my own money and such, and so they didn't give me hell. I didn't lie to them about selling, but they didn't really mind that much. As long as I made A's and B's in school, and I was just in touch with my intellectual side, so I did that shit and I made the grades. I never got a failing grade that I didn't want, and that's to say, I failed a class or two on purpose just because they told me I wasn't being productive enough when I was 3 grades ahead. I'm just lying right there, I messed up. It was only 2 grades, you know. But then they told me that, and I said, well, what's up? I ain't doing no more work. Now for the rest of the year, I listen to books on tape, and you can check with people. The people that were there, they saw me do it, and that was just on my principles. It was because they said I was being lazy when I was really 2 or another guys and gals and such that needed help with their schoolwork, so I was obliged to help them out. It wasn't no big deal. I don't mind doing that stuff. If you can't share your knowledge with someone, then what's the point? You might as well just put some fentanyl on your bud, roll it up and smoke it to your head, and watch yourself go down. If you don't got tolerance like I do, you'd be dead by now. They've hit me with that fentanyl more than once. They've done it, can't you see? They've tried to kill me with cars and such, and I just want to be left alone so I can do my thing and get my cars back on the road. Really, since y'all mess them up, y'all should fix them for me. So I don't come for yours, 'cause I know how to get cars legally real easy. I'm educated in all kinds of stuff, and I'm just being lazy. But I won't be lazy for long if y'all help me out. Y'all need to see. I'm staying at home 'cause I needed some time to figure myself out again. Because when I got out of the jail this time, I was a different person. Not at my core, but the way I handle myself and where I spin my voice. I mean, I spit it out more than I used to now that I've got no choice. I looked at that life sentence and it really was enough to ruin me. I shouldn't have been in there with those max inmates, but I was, don't you see? I faced them all and I came out okay, and y'all probably couldn't do the same. I don't know how I did it, but that's okay. Sometimes it's just good to be lucky. Better to have luck than nothing at all, and that's no jokey. You know what? I could have rhymed with that, but I didn't want to rhyme it in, 'cause it would have made it really dirty, you see. So I just changed it. And I dropped the beat, because I'm learning how to do this stuff a little better. Instead of cover songs, I'm trying to write my own, but I don't got no music. I don't have no producer and I don't have no band, so I ask you please, if somebody needs a singer and they wanna sing with me, they can play the music or they can sing with me, it doesn't matter which one. I could use a guitarist and all the rest. I used to play the drums. But when I trashed my knee in high school, I lost my ability. I was all messed up on them painkillers, and that's what I believe. I might be able to play 'em again. I haven't tried in a while, but I ain't wasting my money on a try just to see. If I get around a drum set, I can sit down at and give it a try. I might just see if I still have the skills, but I don't see why. I don't think I could drum and sing at the same time at all. But maybe I'm crazy and I just suck, and it's just a waste of my time. But it's better than me just killing myself because that was my other line. The way I was going, I had nowhere to go, and I just kept saying I wanted my friends to come around and chill. I wasn't even playing. I've helped so many people out, and I know I didn't do it for anything, any particular reason, except that they needed help, and that's what I could do, was give them a place to stay and get afloat and get back on their feet. It was more than I had to do, but it was less than I would do than I wanted to. I wanted to do more, but I don't have control of my financials. Someone took a power of attorney out on me when I was locked up, and they've got my assets and they won't let them go, and that is really messed up. It's my own family that's fucking me up, and that's what makes me crazy. They press on my buttons and they know how to because they know me my whole life. And I don't know why they want to fuck with me. They know what I can do. I can do the things they've heard about, and they know that they're true. You don't want me to go back to that dark back when I used to bang screw. I still like DJ Screw, but I don't play him as much because I moved on. I moved on to a different musical part of my life, and that is true. I went back to the country where I started, and now I'm back to the rock. Maybe I'll get back to DJ Screw if I go in the same chronological order as I have been doing. My first tape was No Fences, Garth Brooks back in the day. After that, I had to tape. It was Dr. Dre with Easy E back when he was with NWA. But I don't know if it was actually, it wasn't actually just Dre. It was that NWA, like I was saying before, and that is just what we played back then. We play that dirty rap, and it pissed our parents off. But if it was just music, my parents weren't that bad off, cause it got so much worse when I got older. I was a plug at 13. I used to move way out here in the hill country when it was back, moving that Mexican green. Back when it was dangerous and frowned upon, now it's not even illegal. Everyone is in on it, and I missed the bus. I was locked up, or I'd be growing that medical marijuana and such. I'd be making edibles that would blow your mind, 'cause I really can. I make a dad banana bread, you see, that will erase the date from your calendar. It is a warning when there is a warning when I make it not to eat two pieces. I never seen anybody stay awake, not if they ate two. Matter of fact, they went down for 2 days and sometimes maybe three. Now I'm just exaggerating, see, can't you see? I can't even lie, not on the track, not even for a second. I might spit it out 'cause it fits the rhyme, but then I have to redact it. I had to remove it later, or I have to say that it was a bullshit line. I can't tell other people's stories, so if I do, I might take the credit when they're not there. But that's just because I can't incriminate someone if they're not aware. I wouldn't want anybody to put my name out there like that. No, I wouldn't. But if they did, it's okay because it was probably digital. If it's digital, you can always deny because it can be changed. You can deny any video unless it's on that film. And then it's still pretty easy to deny because they can do amazing things. With technology the way it is, you just can't believe. Believe what you see, you can't just believe it all. You gotta know people you trust. Cause if you don't, love people will lie and they get away with it real easy. You can digitize almost anything if you want to be greasy. When I say greasy, I mean like really a freaking janky dude like when I was really young. I could scam a person out of their money and not even blink an eye. But I woke up one morning and looked in the mirror and I didn't like that guy. So I stopped smoking crack, but I still hung out with my friends and that was just me. I did it cold turkey on my own volition and that can't you see? I know not everybody can do that, but it is alright though. I can write a rap, but I can sing a rap, but I can't write it down or it won't flow. I can't even write these songs down that I'm doing this just for show. That I come up with this stuff off the top of my head and it's for my show. I'm trying to do this thing where I educate, but I also make funny songs. Some of them are serious, but most of them are just lies. My life has been crazy and I know that, but I wouldn't change a thing. I still hit the bong and you know I get along with most everything. Except for these fucking dudes around where I live at. If I ain't known you since back in the day and shit, I probably won't like you at all. I get along with most chicks, that's just me. I don't know why that is. I got a lot of badass bitches and they are just my friends. I don't want to change that, no, but I'll tell you what. At one time or another, I have been in love with them all. I could love any one of them, I really could be in love. I do love everyone in the world, but they are a cut above. They go out of their way to come by the house and check on me or deliver. I wouldn't change anything at all, like Texas Hold'em in the river. If you let me get to that card for free, I always hit on that shit. And you can ask my friends in the oil field, they hated when I would win. I would win so much money and it wasn't even funny that they got so pissed off. They almost banned me from the game and that would have been cool because I was coming up quick. I lived down there for 6 months, I tell you, while I was getting set up. I was staying at my brother's house and I didn't have to pay for a meal or a smoke. Cause I paid for all of them with my poker winnings just from the breaks, don't you know? That's 15 minutes before lunch and 30 minutes after you eat at lunch and 15 minutes at your second break at the halfway point of the afternoon. And I would win so much money and I would get by with everything I needed. I was able to stack my cash and such so that I could get my family. Moved down to be with me, I just got married right before I moved down there. Before I got married, I didn't have shit, but that is just me, how I do things. I do things a little out of order, I do it just that way. I didn't have shit, but then I got married and I put it all away. I put all the bad parts of myself, the illegal stuff behind me. And I went to work making buku bucks and I took care of my family. My wife didn't have to work by the time she got pregnant with my daughter. By the time she was 3 months pregnant, she quit her job and she didn't have to get another until my daughter was about 8. And she finally went back to work. And I will tell you that I'm proud of that. And that's what I call good work. Good work as a father and good work as a husband, and that's what I am. But when I'm a single motherfucker, I am just a dog. I will do a lot of crazy stuff and I will just get along. I will sit at home and I'll get too high and I'll hit the bong too much. But that's okay, I got a prescription now, so y'all can say what you want. I'm being legit still, it's just I'm stuck at the fucking house. If you lived where I lived, you'd know what I'm talking about. You can't get by without a vehicle. And nobody wants to help me out, even though I did when I had a lot of cars and I had my business. I helped out everyone that I could, and all of my friends, and it was just me and me. I had a lot of fun, and it was what I loved to do at the time. I used to love to turn wrenches and fix my stuff, but then when I was locked up, they stole mine. They stole all my tools, and now it just makes me mad when I go to work on my things. It makes me get so mad when I reach for something that I bought or I inherited. I inherited all my SNK tools, yeah. And now they stole them and they probably just lost them and they didn't get much money. They said it was because I fucked them on $100 bill. But they had forgotten that I did their taxes for that 100 I couldn't pay. Those same people this is one guy, he just pissed me off. He said he did that over $100 when he didn't pay me back 100 times. 100 times for 100 different amounts, and I really know it's more than 100 times, but it is okay because anything is the same as the one time that I couldn't pay him back out of all the years. I think he might have only paid me back once out of those same years. And that is just a twisted person trying to make an excuse to get me. We had an agreement we made long ago that he wouldn't never touch my stuff or steal from me, and I would never cut him off as my friend. He's more like my son than my friend, 'cause I was friends with his pops, you see. I was friends with Johnny more than with the younger ones, and that's okay. You don't know what I'm talking about, so I'll stop before it slips on this show. And I've been going on this song so damn long, I can't stop it. I really like the rhythm of this Pepper song from them. From the Butthole Surfers, they're pretty legit. I've never seen them in concert. That's one of the few I've never got to see, and I just couldn't never catch them. Them and there was a few others, but other than that, I saw just about every band that came out in my generation, yeah. I watched Woodstock 99 on pay-per-view the whole 3 days. I watched them light the stages on fire and ruin it forever. There won't ever be another Woodstock probably, but that's okay. Sometimes we learn the lessons the hard way, and that one it had to be done. I probably would have never made it up to New York anyway. It's not my place. My place is right here in the Ring of Fire, the Bermuda Triangle of Texas, where I stay at. It's called Lago Vista, yeah. It's on the shores of Lake Travis, the north side, if you wanna know. So if you wanna come and visit us, just know that we do it different. We're different than other places you've been, so don't try to change us up or change our ways, because we will knock you out. Back in the day, if you was from out of town and you just show up out here, you get knocked the fuck out by a Saxon brother and have your chain ripped off too. And it would be both brothers if you want to know, but that was back in like 92. And I'm exaggerating because I was too young in 92. It was probably more like 97. And that was okay because it's past the statute of limitations. Can't you see? I've been waiting a long time to spit these rhymes out and write this story down, so no one could get in any trouble from the crimes that I've seen. They're all past the statute of limitations now, and I started at the beginning. It's also another thing to help us out if any indictments are coming. Cause we've all got non-disclosure attorney agreements with my attorney. If you're in my book, you know that. It's to cover our asses and to cover our tracks, and so that shit ain't whack. Cause what we've been doing ain't been hurting nobody. We've just been out here doing our thing. We've been out here doing what we do in the hills, making moonshine sweet tea. That was a plug from my homeboy's company, and I hope that he doesn't mind. I just plugged his old company in, and that's it fit in my rhyme. But really, I would have put another word there, but I didn't want to incriminate any more people than I am already, 'cause I've got none. I ain't snitched on no one, and I ain't incriminated anyone, can't you see? Better believe I've had my chances, but I wouldn't let that be. I couldn't do that if I wanted. I don't have the skills to let it out like that. Couldn't let nobody go down because of me, because that shit is whack. The only time that I ever pressed charges was when that girl fucking straight up called the law and said I was beating her, and I had her on film during the call. I wasn't even in the room at all, and I hadn't touched her one bit. I treated her like a queen the whole time that we were together, and I don't know why. She didn't deserve it, and I shouldn't have done it. I should have cut her out of my life. Nothing but trouble in it. I know. I could never be around her. I know that for sure. I know that's legit. I won't do that backslide. I did it lots of times, but I won't do it again, and I know that is true. But I will sit here waiting as long as I can while you go do you. I know you know what I'm talking about because you've done a backslide too. We talked about the same conversation, it was just me and you. So if you didn't have that conversation with me, then that part wasn't for you. But I still put it in this song because I wanted to, and I do what I want. I'm kind of a crazy guy in that way. I am a slut. I'm a slut when I'm single, but it's not the same when you're a guy. We get the double standard. We win it on that one, but y'all get other ones, and I better end this song instead of starting that music again, so I'll turn it off. And I'll say goodbye to y'all and tell y'all I love you, and I don't like you, don't like all of you. But I love you all unconditionally. That's the crazy in me. I love the whole world, and it hurts sometimes, but it makes me happy most of the time that I do it, but sometimes it gets really hard because people want to come around and take advantage and fuck with my cars. But here I go again, I just can't stop, so I'm gonna just shut it off. Say deuces and say peace out and let y'all go do your thing. Thanks for watching my videos, and if you want to donate to me, I promise what doesn't go towards a new car or fixing up the house will go towards helping other people out because that's just who I'll be. I'll always be me, that's all I can be. So you just go be you too. I'll be here if you need me if I know you at all, but don't come if you're a cop or if you're a stranger that don't got references that come from my fam. When I say fam, I'm talking about my friends because they're the ones that I love. My blood family's been nothing to me except my little sis. My mom used to be really good, but now she's really starts